Hello, is this thing on? Tap, tap, tap. So, welcome back to my channel. Today, not today actually, in this video, I am going to be drawing in this cute, teeny tiny sketchbook. I'm going to be using colored pencils, which I actually never use colors. Yeah, because I've just been super focused on anatomy and just trying to get anatomy right, which I'm still kind of struggling with. But I thought it'd be like a good break to try to do something else. Because just doing one thing all the time can get a little tedious, a little boring. But speaking about anatomy, I've been feeling kind of down on my artwork because I just feel kind of, I don't want to say stuck, but I guess stuck. Like I feel like I can't get ahead. There we go. I think that's what I'm trying to find. That's what I'm trying to say. Because I work a 40-hour job. No surprise. I am an adult. I have responsibilities. So I just feel like a lot of the time I don't have the time to put towards improving my art. Because yes, I want to try to learn color theory, perspective, or just color things more often. But I'm just so stuck right now on trying to focus on one thing, which is anatomy, and just trying to improve on that and get to a level where I am happy with, that it stops me from doing these kinds of things. Because if I keep drawing things that I believe are bad, it makes me feel very sad. Because I look at it and I'm like, this isn't good. I need it to be good. But I don't have enough hours in the day to practice more to improve at a steady pace. So I've been feeling a little discouraged lately, especially right now because my job, we're on a week break. So I've been trying to use these days to draw more, but I've probably only drawn like about 3 hours each day, which again is disappointing because I'm like, I got like 10-12 hours to draw, and I'm only drawing for 3. Like, I'm kind of disappointed in myself with that as well, but I have to stop. I think I am being very hard on myself and I have to stop, but it just sucks because I want to be good. I want to be good so bad. And the thing is, I don't know even, I think it's hard to find good resources. Well, I have found a few videos, but then putting them to action is also very hard. Because I know one video said to get better at anatomy or anything really, you have to construct it, deconstruct it, draw it, and then draw it from imagination. It was something like that. I know it had something to do with construction and deconstruction. So basically, like, learning the parts of the body, which I don't want to learn muscles and bones, and I don't think I have to. But I have to do something more. Something more to, what's the word? To improve faster, because I'm not happy right now. But yeah, that's how I've been feeling. And I've also been thinking, okay, well, some artists, they don't draw anatomy well, but they still have beautiful drawings of like landscapes or super cute characters, like, and I'm like, I could try to do that as well, but I get stuck because I'm afraid it's gonna come out bad, and I need to get out of that mindset as well, because I have to step out of my comfort zone to improve. There was a video I watched of this lady who said, do not wait for confidence to do a project. The confidence will come to you as you are doing the project. And she also said the same thing about, do not wait to have the skill, because you will learn the skill also as you're doing the project. And I always just try to remember that, because it's true. Especially for me, because I'm a very hands-on learner. So reading the theories and all of that, like, yes, it'll help me, but it won't help me as much as actually doing the thing and practicing it constantly, which I think is a big part of art and learning art, is the practicing. But it gets exhausting, especially since I have a big notepad. It's like a 24-inch by, I don't know, 30, something like that. And I do gesture drawings, but honestly, I don't know if you could do gesture drawings. I guess you could call them anatomy studies. I don't know, because to me, they don't look like gesture drawings. But I've been drawing on these big sheets of paper since like 2021. I probably have like 50 sheets filled out front and back. And I was looking at them a little earlier, and I was like, is there improvement? I can't tell. I think there's very, very slight improvement, but again, not as much as I want. But where I was going with this is that my goal back in 2021 was to draw 1,000 figures. And I had written like how many figures I would draw on each page back then. And I drew, I think through 2021, it's probably skipped a couple of months. I drew a little bit in 2022. I didn't draw any anatomy studies in 2023 except for the very end of December. And I counted all of the anatomy figures up, and it was about 900. So even that kind of made me sad, because I wasn't able to hold myself accountable for that. And it could be just like I didn't give myself a deadline for the 1,000 figures. I mean, I'm gonna hit it within the next 2 weeks, I'm pretty sure, because I'm doing anatomy studies, and I'm trying to do it again frequently to try to improve. But I don't know. I think back then I was trying to hit the 1,000 goal in at least a year, and obviously that did not happen. So I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I want drawing to be my passion, but I'm like I've been saying this whole time, I'm losing that motivation, and it sucks. It really does suck. It makes me want to cry. But yeah, I feel bad because this is a pretty negative video, but that's just how I've been feeling, because I want to be good at something. And then also today, I was having a lesson with my art tutor, And she asked me, oh, do you draw on the days like you don't have lessons? And I said, yes, I draw. I've been drawing basically every day since December. There would be some days I skip because life gets in the way. But when I said yes, like she didn't really reply. And to me, it kind of seemed like she expected me to say no because of the way I was drawing, I guess. So, I mean, that's me assuming. I don't know why she was asking that question. I didn't ask. But again, it made me sad. But yeah, let's actually see what I'm drawing right now. Okay, so I did the first petal, the first flower, and now I'm working on the second flower. I guess what I can say about this drawing is that choosing the colors was so much less stressful because I was doing it traditionally. So I had this set number of colored pencils. I guess I could try to blend, but I don't think these pencils are gonna blend well. They're literally just Amazon basic pencils, the cheapest things. But there's about 72 of them, and it wasn't overwhelming or stressful at all to choose the colors because this is all I had. 72 is all I had, which honestly I think 72 is a bit much, but we're gonna keep it because when I draw digitally and I try to color digitally, I get so overwhelmed. And it is probably because like drawing digitally, you have access to basically every single color in the world, every single value, all the different saturations. So that could be a reason why I don't like to color digitally, because it's just too overwhelming. But I drew this a couple of weeks back. I think at the end of the video I write the date. And I haven't colored since. And I think I will. I will try to color something tomorrow, hopefully, to try to make myself feel better a little bit. Try to break out of this weird funk. And just take it one step at a time. Just be proud of myself that at least I am drawing. Because that is probably the one thing I am proud of myself, is that I'm drawing every day. And it may not be much, but it's to other people, but it's a lot to me. Well, also, something that goes along with this coloring is that I kind of learned, like, I always wonder, like, how do people choose these colors that you might not have chosen before, and it just looks good. And while drawing, I kind of did the same thing where I kind of outlined the flower in like a bluish, because that's supposed to be kind of like the shading. And I was like, wow, I actually like that a lot. And that was by accident, because it's hard to see actually, because the type of paper, it's a very shiny type of paper. And the colored pencils, I'm pretty sure they're like a wax thing. So honestly, I don't think they're the best combination, but the sketchbook, like the cover was so cute. It's a Valentine's Day. It's a vintage Valentine's Day postcard. So it's adorable. I love it. And I do want to fill this sketchbook up, except it is very intimidating because there's probably over 100 pages in there. But this sketchbook, I think I might try to keep to like colors only. So I'm going to fill it up probably with more flowers, because flowers are pretty easy, honestly. Not easy, but they're in odd shapes. They have organic shapes. So I could draw something, and honestly, it would probably look fine if I messed it up, because it's a flower. Oh, but what I was saying earlier about people choosing like different colors that you might not have expected. Well, I did that. When I took that blue and outlined, I was like, a realization came over me that I was like, oh, so this is how people sometimes maybe choose odd colors. Of course, they probably know color theory maybe a little bit, but I don't. I just picked the blue and I was like, okay, let's do this. And I really liked it. So that was a happy mistake. Yeah, I'll say it was a happy mistake. And then for this video, I also had to mute it, sadly, because I was watching a video. And I didn't want their voice to interfere with my voiceover. So I'm sorry that you can't hear the little ambiance, the white noises in the back. I have to remember for my future videos, no more out loud video watching. Headphones are necessity. That's the word I was looking for. But yeah, I complained about my art journey. So if anybody wants to leave in the comments about how they're feeling about their art journey, I would honestly love to read it, because it's just interesting to me, people's thoughts and perspectives about drawing. I really want to find friends who are at my kind of same level as art, but I also want them to be my same age, because I'm a little older. Not some 20-year-old. I'm older than that. So yeah, don't want to be friends with the young people. Want to be friends with people my age who are at my same level, because I think that would motivate me a lot more to try to keep improving, and we could, what's the word? We could study together. There we go. That's what I wanted to say. And I think it would be a fun and good experience. But I will have to see what I can do, because I don't talk to people a lot. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm a little awkward. So like I've said, I've been sitting on this video for so long. And I mentioned it in the last video too, but just thinking of what to say is so difficult. Especially because I think a lot of people will write scripts. As of right now, I'm not writing scripts. That's too much work for me. So it's just kind of coming out of my head. But when I say my head is empty, 99% of the time, my head is empty. The other, if it's not empty, I'm thinking about DPR Ian, Christian U, my favorite musician. Like, it's literally that. Or my dog and my mom. So, I'm trying to make more room for art, of course. Try to stuff all of that theory and everything in my head to remember it. Oh, also with the drawing, so I took different greens and I think a brown as well, to make the leaves and the stem, and I really, really liked how it came out. I guess I really wouldn't call it blending, because I don't think it's blending, but I used the two colors together and I just liked how they match. So I was proud of myself for finding that combination, which, I don't know, maybe other people wouldn't find it's difficult, but like I said, for me, coloring is a very hard thing to do. So I'm taking those little wins. I need them. I'm very sad, but it's okay. It's okay to be sad. I'll get over it. Hopefully. Oh, and another thing I've been thinking about is how to set up art goals. Because people always say, set goals for yourself, but set specific goals. And that's just so hard for me, because what is a specific goal? I know that sounds stupid, but I'm just like, I don't know, man. I've never really set goals for myself, to be honest. I've always just kind of flowed through life. Because nobody really had any expectations from me. Like, I think the biggest expectation my mom has for me is that I'm a good person and that I went to college and graduated, which I did. I have a bachelor's degree. I have graduated from college. And so now after that, well, the other expectations are having children and all of that, but I do not want children, so that's going to be an expectation I do not meet. So yeah, all that to say is that I'm not sure how to go about setting goals. So I've been thinking about that because hitting a goal, having something to work towards too, probably would make it easier. I mean, like, I have like very broad goals. Like, I want to draw and write a webcomic, but how do you start that? How do you get to that point? So I don't know. And like another goal is get better at anatomy. So I guess I just have to look at these big goals and just kind of break them down a lot. But one tip I did get from an art YouTuber, her name is Jacqueline. I think her last name starts with P. I can't remember. But she said, make goals that you're in control over. Don't make goals that are based on something else. Like, she gave an example. Her goal was to work at like a Disney Studios or something like that and move to LA. And she said, well, that wasn't the best of goals, because getting a job at a big studio like that, it's kind of out of her control. Yes, she can work on her skills. She can try to put her best foot forward. But there might be somebody who's better than her. Or maybe the studio hires their friend. There are so many different, so many different things that could happen that would affect her goal. So that's one thing I will remember, is make my goal something that I can do myself. This is the end of the video. Bye-bye.